Hey Aries, I hope you're all doing awesome right now. I know that you are probably having some challenging times. I feel like everyone is right now being challenged in some way. There's a lot of crazy astrology going on. I know that Uranus and like Jupiter being retrograde and Mars being retrograde has been kicking my ass. Um, you're in Aries, you're probably feeling that Mars retrograde pretty strong, especially if you're in Aries rising. I feel like Aries suns are feeling that in a different way, but like the rising, rising is a lot different. If you have an Aries moon, again, you're going to be feeling a lot different. If you're cross watching, you could be having someone in your life that has some strong Aries transits, but the Mars retrograde is like, it's like taking the wind out of your sails, but you're forced to deal with something on a different level, you know? All right, let's get into some cards for you guys. I don't want to be super long-winded just because I can't really do thumbnails at this point because I'm seriously running out of time for stuff. And I'd rather be here to show up for the readings. I feel like once Jupiter went retrograde, I had to put aside the things that I love, and this is one of the things that I love so much. I love astrology. I love showing up for you guys. So, I'm finding a way to make time and just be here because this is something that I've been wanting to do for quite some time, and I feel like I haven't really been honoring myself and like what I want to do as much. And some of you might be feeling that way too. So let's see what the cards are saying for you guys for the month of December. Oh yeah, this is for December, by the way. Sorry about that. I'm a little all over the place, but it is what it is. Let's see. The Armadillo Spirit, set healthy boundaries. I feel like a lot of you are setting more healthy boundaries in your life. I feel like you're setting a lot of boundaries with yourself, first and foremost, and that's echoing out into your relationships and the people that are around you. I feel like a good amount of you have like maybe weeded out some of the people in your life that just aren't really, they just don't line up with who you are. They just don't line up with like who you feel you truly are, like the real you, not the you that's afraid to say what's on your mind, not the you that's afraid that people won't accept them for who they are. But I feel like you're becoming a truer version of yourself, and through that, you're really coming into your own frame around other people, and that might be off-putting to some people. King of Swords, saying things that needed to be said to people. King of Wands, showing up in a powerful spot in your life again, being there. The Knight of Swords, I do feel like some of you have felt like this kind of mental energy that's just kind of, it feels very cloudy, it feels very foggy, and it's like you're trying to go through all this and keep your strength and keep your calm and keep your cool while like amidst chaos. Like there's chaos, but there's a cloudy feeling between you and maybe it's like the connection you felt you had to yourself. It's like that connection has evolved into something else, but you don't really understand it completely. So you're not really in a place where you're creating stuff in the way that you feel like you should. Okay, I don't know if that made sense to anybody. Seven of Swords. A lot of you might carry around some it's like mental baggage where you feel like people are taking from you and always taking from you, and that you don't have enough for like the world and for yourself. But I don't feel like that's actually the case. I feel like this is like a fear that you have. It's just like something that sits in the back of your mind and is kind of like a little bit of a troublemaker. Maybe it's just like programming from childhood. That's something that, you know, you've been trying to identify, and it's been too difficult for you to just kind of like work through it, but you're still working through it. I get so many messages for you guys. I feel like it's a jumble that's popping through. Six of Wands. I feel like a powerful place, a powerful feeling, a time for celebration is just over the horizon, but it's going to take a certain amount of faith in yourself, faith in the fact that circumstances do work out for you, that everything is here to, you know, aid in your journey, even the things that seem like they're a setback. I should take this advice myself. The Ace of Cups. I do feel like vulnerability is something that can be a little tricky, you know, and I feel like you guys being more like open about what's in your heart is something that you've been working on for a while, you know, a couple years maybe, or maybe even a lifetime. For some of you, it's been a lifetime. You have the Magician. For a lot of you, I feel like your heart is kind of what holds you back from like creating more things in your life, more things that you want. It's like your relationship with yourself, your relationship with your self-worth, your relationship with your heart, and how you're willing to be vulnerable. Sorry, I'm like twisting this card around. It's like spinning. But I feel like it has something to do with, you know, the energy that you keep in your heart, or maybe that's stuck in your heart. You know, manifestation, I feel like, is like part of it is through the chakra system. I feel like maybe I'm wrong, but when I feel into it, I see that it's like it is a network of energy, and the energy has to flow upwards in order for it to complete its cycle. You know, and if it's getting stuck in your heart, you know, it holds up what you can create for yourself, like the power that you feel like you have over your own life. But maybe it's some resentments that you carry, or maybe it's something that, you know, happened to you a long time ago that, you know, you've needed to relook at again from the perspective of an adult. You know, maybe something from childhood that just, it keeps you stuck, or you feel like it keeps you stuck. And it keeps you fearful of really showing people all of you instead of just some of you. King of Pentacles. You have 3 kings on the board right now. I feel like you've been working your way up through a level of mastery, you know, and it's been through yourself. Like, you've been trying to master your mind, your heart, it's like you're just all the energies that make you. You're trying to free up and create space for flow. 5 of Wands. Yeah, there's internal conflict. There's that's something that we're going to come across. That's something that we come across. You know, we hold conflicting ideologies too, you know, and that might be something that a lot of you are struggling with, you know. Not that all of you are struggling. King of Cups. Holy shit, guys. You have every king on the board. You're getting to a place where you're about to, like, explosively show the world what your ass is made of, okay? And I feel it. I definitely feel it. But I feel like some of it is being able to show people where, like, you failed, like, where you have gotten up and, you know, where you've made yourself do things just to, like, get by, you know, and you've made yourself get up to show up for these things and these people that you care for, and, you know, that you have the heart of a lion. You know, you may not be a Leo, but I'm damn sure that a lot of Leos love your energy and that they respect you. They respect the shit out of you, okay? So, yeah, you're working through something big, something heavy, and I do feel like this huge progression, though. This huge progression for you guys. Judgment. This Judgment card, I feel like, is you making a decision on what you're worth finally. And that being what you hold true for yourself, not the value that others hold for you through what you can do for them, or like how you can show up for them. I think the missing piece for a lot of you has been you showing up for you, and you looking at that space in your heart and understanding why stuff gets stuck there. You know, and if I'm rambling on, I'm so sorry. Yeah, you know, abundance, you know, your finances, like, you've been holding it close to yourself and possibly, like, not letting someone else in, like your romantic partner, maybe your business partner, maybe something that you've been keeping to yourself that you haven't wanted to share, because again, that's another level of vulnerability. Vulnerability is strength, though. 6 of Cups. I do feel like a lot of you are going back in the past and revisiting, like, it's like you're revisiting things that happened to you in the past, and you're looking at it from a place of being much older, much wiser, and understanding it a different way. And maybe, like, you know, mentally picking yourself up from where you were and giving yourself a big ass hug and being like, you know, I got you. We're good. And it's crazy how much your imagination and, you know, using those abilities can really strengthen you and strengthen how you feel for yourself and strengthen your connection to yourself, because you're healing something that's within you that no one else can heal for you. Like, there are some things in life that can't be healed on the outside of us and only on the inside of us. And the only person that can do that for us is us. So I feel like a lot of you are mentally going deep, and you're digging deep in, and you're really feeling that. You're feeling all the things that you haven't wanted to feel, and you're reframing the things that have needed to be reframed so that you can feel like you have to hold this maybe a little less tightly, you know? Like, you don't have to be scared that the universe does love you, and the universe is there for you, and there are so many people there for you if you just let them be, you know? And if you're just willing to be vulnerable and ask for the help you need sometimes, you know? I feel like that's a fear that a lot of us have too, is asking for help. Aries can be very proud. I'll pull one more card from here. The Ace of Wands. You have the Ace of Pentacles. You have the Ace of Wands. Yeah, I feel like this is giving you all the strength and the courage to really go forward and fucking go for something that's really important to you. That's really something that, like, calls to your soul. that calls you in. It continually calls you in. It calls you back. The World. The end of a cycle. You guys are definitely going through a change. Your world is probably a lot different than it was a couple years ago. I know mine is right now. Knight of Cups. Being proud of yourself again. Maybe some of you have been pretty hard on yourselves. I've been doing that. I know I've been doing that too. 10 of Pentacles. Everything you want. There's that stability. There's that love. This is a new cycle for you guys. Okay? You're breaking out of something that is very old and has been something that you've probably been dealing with your whole life. I know you guys can do it. If anyone can do it, it's Aries. It's the spark of the zodiac. You guys are the fire that begins it all for everyone. You're those trailblazers. You're those people that run in where others fear to tread. And you should always be proud of yourself, no matter what, because you have faced a lot, like a lot. You're tested quite a bit, and you've been tested a lot in these throughout your life. I feel like throughout your lives. All right, Aries, thank you so much for watching. I'm going to try and be back as many times as possible and keep everything going because this is what I love, and I love you guys. So I will see you all again soon, okay? Bye.